crossed into Sudan through the eastern corridor. The Sahara started changing what the sky was willing to be. Less blue, more white, more ancient, more indifferent. Like the atmosphere was older here and didn't need to see. Khartoum rose from the flat earth like a mirage that stayed. Minarets in market dust and diesel in the noon. The city where two Niles decide to become one river, where the blue and white meet and agree and continue. Sun TP had the atlas, open paper, one not phone. He'd been carrying it since Lusaka just for this. He traced the line from Khartoum south down through Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, all the way to the Limpopo Venda Gogo's gate. He looked up slow, said, "Baba, we've been here before." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Our people came through here, going the other way." I pulled the bakkie over on the Nile Road and I sat there and I didn't move for a long time. Sudan, the ancient Arabic for land of the blacks, our ancestors named in a language not their own. But the land knew who was walking every grain of Sahara sand, a witness to the road. Every grain remembers, every grain knew Gogo's people long before Gogo was born. The river that never forgets carries the memory of every foot that passed. Venda walked this water going south thousands of years ago, the first and the last. We left the Great Lakes, crossed the Sudan through Zimbabwe, over the Limpopo to the mountain land. In Gogo's yard in Louis Trichat is the end of a migration. I'm reversing in a bakkie with my children in the back. Owl Hill, I found the beginning on the way to somewhere else. The river remembers, even when the people forget themselves. We stood where the blue Nile and the white Nile meet, the exact point. There's a garden there, they let you in. The water on the left is darker, Ethiopia's highlands. The water on the right comes all the way from Lake Victoria, Malawi's kin. Son TP, put one hand in the blue side, daughter TP, reach for the white. Mother TP said, "You've both touched the same water that your ancestors crossed when the world was being written, and Africa was writing it right." I thought about Lalibela Song 7, the rock-hewn church, the priest chanting in gaze above the carved floor. I thought about Aubrey on the Malawi lake at sunrise. I thought about Ross Solomon waving us through that Bay Bridge door. I thought about Gogo standing at her gate in the South Hansburg Mountains at the end of a migration that began somewhere up here, near this water, near this sky, near this ancient, patient, permanent Nile. The vibe and the left from the Great Lakes moved south through what is now Tanzania, through Zimbabwe, across the Limpopo, last one of the last Bantu groups to complete the southward journey, and settled in South Hansburg and built Zada, their first capital, and called it home. And 1,000 years later, Gogo is still there, still at the gate, still waving. And I drove north to find where she came from, and I found it here, at the confluence of two rivers, in a country made of sand and faith and history. Subhanallah. They say the Bantu word for people is the root of Ubuntu. Umuntu, ngumuntu, ngabantu. A person is a person through other people. The people who walk through Sudan, going south, going to become Venda. They carry that word with them through the desert, through the Great Lakes, through Zimbabwe, over the Limpopo, into the South Hansburg Mountains, into Dzata, into Gogo. And Gogo carried it into my mother, and my mother carried it into me, and I carried it into Mother TP, Son TP, Daughter TP. And here we are at the confluence, holding it up to the Nile, showing you where it started. Like a child returning something borrowed, saying we kept it safe, we kept it whole. already home. Night in Khartoum is the oldest dark I've ever known. No light pollution out past the old city walls. Stars so thick and close and undeniable. Daughter Titi thought she could touch them, kept reaching up and falling. We sat on the roof of the guest house at 10 o'clock. A Sudanese man named Ibrahim brought us tea. Didn't speak much, just pointed at the stars, then pointed at the Nile, then at us, then nodded like he'd seen this before, like he recognized the particular kind of silence that comes over people from the south when they finally reach the source. Son TP wrote in his book by phone, like careful, slow the way he writes the things that matter. The Venda came from the Great Lakes going south. We came from Venda going north. We met in the middle of the Nile in Khartoum with Ibrahim, who didn't need to speak because the water already said everything. I read it over his shoulder. I didn't tell him I was reading.